Oh, hello, Katerina. Happy new day to you.
Hello, Patrick. Happy New Day to you.
Happy as always to be here and doing this with you. I love it. And for you who are watching, thank you for joining us for one more edition of RIMPAGE Live.
Mm.
In this edition, we do this every week, and we like to talk about the founding principles, those underlying, generally applicable principles of RIMPAGE.
Mm.
Um, and so today, what we're talking about is focused attention. What I
Yeah.
thought we'd do is Katerina, please share your understanding of that, and then I'll share mine, and we'll meet in the middle.
Mhm. Well, as I put in description there, we talked about attention before, and we have talked about similarity in attention and focus and the power of our focus, the power that our focus has in creating our reality, in bringing to surface everything that we focus on. And sometimes this isn't the words that we speak that come out of our mouth. Oftentimes is the story that goes on at the back of our mind. It's something that we so deeply believe in. It's our beliefs that create our experiences in life, right? It's those expectations that we have. So it's not just surface level. We're talking here on every single level. But today we want to, as a reminder, obviously we want to talk more about attention, but we also want to go deeper into this subject and look into how do we improve our performance? How do we become more? What is required of us? And we thought of this term that we have put together today, focused attention. So Patrick, how do you feel about it? What does that say to you?
Well, first of all, the word focus. I have a nice working definition of that word, and it simply means saying no to everything else. So
Mm,
try to
mm,
imagine applying that. The next time you need to focus on something, you're saying no to everything else, whatever that amount of time is. And that way you can give all of your attention to that
mm.
thing that you're working on.
That is so powerful. I remember doing exactly that same thing when I decided that I'm going to be entrepreneur full time. There was a lot on offer and still is to this day. There are a lot of distractions. There are a lot of things that would be a nice add-on, but they are not necessary in that fundamental journey, in that part of the journey where you're setting the foundation for the rest of your adventure in front of you, right? So eliminating all of those things that are not really moving you forward, that are not propelling you forward, I should say.
Right.
That is
And
very important. Mm.
yes, and to give you an illustration of that, imagine you're driving your car on the highway
Mm.
and your intention is to get somewhere. You want to get somewhere, but you find yourself looking at the driver in the next car, and the license plate on that car, and where
Mm.
that car is going and where that car is going. You know what's going to happen. You're going to have a wreck. You
Yep.
have to say no to all those other things so you can say yes to this direction you're going in
Yes,
and actually arrive there. See?
absolutely. There is a lot of deliberateness inside us. And if we focus it in the right way, if we decide, first of all, we have to give ourselves 5 minutes to disconnect from the noise.
Yes,
I think
yes,
the
so important.
distraction of the noise, distraction of other people's opinions, that is pulling us away from hearing our dream, hearing the direction that speaks to us from within our being, because our inner being is there guiding us all the time, right?
Yes, right. But we have to actually take the time to listen to it and
Absolutely.
recognize it. Wow,
Yes.
that is so important. Unplugging from everything else and
Yes.
spend some time with yourself
Mhm.
so you can listen.
Yes. And
Wow.
then see, where do I want to go? So make a choice inside yourself, because if you don't make a choice, life will make a choice for you. Or
Yes.
worse, other people will make your choice,
Yes.
right?
They sure will.
Yes. And sometimes they have best intentions, but
Mhm.
they take us in the wrong direction because they are not aligned with our dreams. And we ought to be aligned with our dreams, right?
Right.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So
And
once we determine, go ahead, sorry.
yes, I just wanted to say, I want to call attention to this
Mhm.
fact. Your attention is not this whimsical light thing.
Mm,
Attention is the beginning of the creative process for us. It's how
yes,
humans create. First,
yes,
we decide and we put our attention on something. And then what I'd like for us to realize is your attention determines the inner atmosphere in the
mm,
same way that if you put an item in the refrigerator and leave it there for 30 minutes or leave it there long enough, the temperature is going to match
yes,
eventually. The
yes.
temperature of that item and the temperature of its environment will eventually match. And the
Mm,
same is true as if you put that same item in a hot oven. Before
yes.
long, the temperature will match. And so with us, whatever you're giving attention to, eventually your inner world will match that thing,
Yes.
good or bad.
Yes, beautiful imagery there. And for most of us who are visual learners, that is an excellent example right there. So thank you for sharing that. There is so much weight and purpose in our attention.
Yes.
Or
Weight
again,
and purpose.
yes, it ought to be. When our attention is purposeful, then we have an outcome to aim for. We have a target. And you know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if we hit that exact target, but that target is aligned with our destination, with our final destination. So if we keep on moving in that direction, our target might become something bigger, you know, it will usually become something more. So we can't be so rigid in holding on to that outcome as well. But knowing that this is taking me in the general direction, in what feels
Yes.
right inside me, and what would feel more right than improving every single day.
Right.
Being
Right.
mindful that we are improving, that we are today showing up as a braver, better version of ourselves, more willing to say yes to life, more willing to take on a new challenge, more willing to challenge ourselves, to push ourselves a little bit out of the comfort zone, you know, just on the edge there, just
Right. Right.
here outside, like get curious about what life wants us to see and where it wants to take us.
Get curious.
Get
Yes.
curious.
You know what I'm hearing in this, Katrina, is what's underlying all of this is that we are powerful.
Yes.
That's why your attention is so important, because
Yes.
you are powerful.
Mm.
It will be the difference between me pointing a stick at something and me pointing a rocket launcher at something. You're going to be careful where you point that launcher
Yeah.
because you know the destructive power of that thing.
Yes.
We
Yes.
have the same power to be constructive or destructive.
Yes.
So be careful where you point that attention.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, we have access to all the power there is in this world if we align ourselves and feel connected with that power. There is no stopping us. But if we don't determine which direction life wants to take us in, we're going to be spinning our wheels or going in the opposite direction and wasting precious time of life.
Right.
Right? And we don't want that feeling that I shouldn't be where I am today. We don't want to live with that feeling. We want every single day to feel like a better version of yesterday, right?
Right. Right.
That ought
And
to get
so
you there.
the focus then should be on that. How can I improve? And
Yes.
then when you find yourself giving attention to something, it's
Mm-hmm.
never, the effects are never instant and automatic. It's if you do it long enough, then
Mm-hmm.
something is going to happen. And so when you find yourself, maybe your attention is drifting, you can
Yes.
just ask yourself the question, where is this taking you? Because it's always taking you somewhere
Absolutely.
in one direction or another.
Absolutely. And
And you
you
can
want
sort
to
of
see,
calibrate.
yes, you want to see actual result of the focused attention. All you need to, we're going to share one image with you. You know which image I'm talking about? The image you shared yesterday from Jezreel's game.
Yes.
That
Yes.
attention, that focus in his eyes. Is there
Yes.
any doubt why this boy is the first in the league?
No doubt at all.
He,
You
he
see it.
absolutely is focused. You can see it in his eyes in one image, not even a video, not even a motion picture. You can see it in the image, the intensity of his focus in the right place.
On
That's
that
why he's still
outcome he wants.
undefeated. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think that's a
11 and
brilliant
0.
point. Yes, that's a brilliant point to illustrate this whole talk. And I think we're going to keep it short and sweet today.
Like it. I like it. Yes.
Excellent. And this talk has given me a few ideas that perhaps we should talk more about creativity. And I heard it
Yeah.
again mentioned from some of our best players, like from Ashton. He also mentioned
Yes.
that our game is creative, and indeed our not only approach to life, but enjoyment of life rests on how we use our creativity and how free we are to recognize it and use it.
Yes, absolutely. So start saying no to some things. There's some things you should be saying no to. Start pulling that attention back so you can be more purposeful in how you direct it.
Exactly, exactly. Well, we hope you have enjoyed this, and if it has inspired you in any way, or maybe some questions are arising from this, please share with us, and we will be sure to share that image. And we have shared it on our profiles already.
Yes.
So if you want to see it immediately, just go to one of our profiles and you will see it there. That's exactly the image of focused attention.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Patrick, and thank you to everyone who is joining us for these calls. We enjoyed tremendously, and we hope that you also get all the value and inspiration from them too. Have a beautiful week. Thank you so much.
See you next time.